first things first, we got to come back and we got to play very, very well against San Jose, and top team in the league right now, supporters in the lead in the supporter shield, so it's gonna be no easy task. But they do have some weapons. They're playing with a lot of self-belief. The game seems to never be out of their hands, and they sort of feed off of that. If we can stake ourselves to an early lead, and the best thing we can do is play well from the opening whistle, and if we do that, we feel like we'll be in control of the game through a lot part of it. We got over something, which was giving away goals late on in a tough battle against Seattle. So I think the confidence is there that we can ride out games here.
Does having that short turnaround help in a situation like this?
Yeah, I think it helps. I mean, yeah, it's still a little bit in the back of our heads, but it also, if we come out and get a win and put in a good performance, I think it's out of our heads quicker.
The team's looking to you for provide a lot of in attack and creativity. What are you going to be able to do against a team that's first place in the Western Conference at this stage?
Just trying to find open gaps. I feel like so far the teams that we've played, it's been harder to find gaps, open space on the ball. So just try and get higher up the field probably and get behind the defense a little bit more.
We just gotta keep playing well at home. I know the last few games there, they've come back at the end and won a lot of tight games, in stoppage time in the last 10 minutes. And so we really need to bear down, especially if we get an early lead. We need to keep them off the score sheet.
If we get a lead, we just got to put our foot on the ball and move it, and not continue to attack every single time, and not give them chances to attack.
Wondolowski, how do you describe his career trajectory, kind of a late bloomer?
It's been very impressive because this is a guy that in Houston was a reserve team player that would get sort of spot minutes with the first team. Granted, albeit on a championship team, and I think what he did was he kept his head down and he learned from a championship mentality team and top quality players. And then when he got his chance in San Jose, nobody ever doubted his ability to finish. I think he led the reserve league in scoring, in a couple of years running. He is a fantastic ball striker, a fantastic goal scorer. What we haven't, I don't think what anybody in the league knew was A, how consistent he could be with that, and B, his game intelligence. They played him wide in the midfield, they played him underneath forwards, and he's been very impressive. And what he's doing this year is spectacular. So he's a handful. You always have to keep track of him, and beyond just the goal scoring, he does a little bit more for their team as well.